Hello again, everybody. This is JidMenosta, and today I'm bringing you some Assassin's Creed Revelation. Finally, the game has come out, and I am happy because now I get to show you guys what it's like to progress in a game that I pride myself at being good at, and that was Brotherhood. Like, I loved Brotherhood, as a lot of you guys know. I was extremely knowledgeable at the kind of tactics it took to sight people and whatnot, and I just loved the game. And this one actually kind of does a little bit more as far as taking your skill base and increasing it, because they've updated the UI a little bit, in that up at the top right corner you'll notice that you now have a picture and there's 4 boxes to the side of that picture. What that is that's your target and your other targets. Now you'll notice that the box around the player indicator, and I screw up right here. I had the initial lock and I screwed up because I thought I didn't lock him. Like, I thought it didn't relock him, so I tried locking him again. So that was kind of a noob move, but again, showing you guys how I'm progressing in the new game and whatnot. So it's a learning experience, you know. Things happen like that when it's a new game. So stuff like that's going to come up in these videos. But back to what I was saying, the box around the portrait of the character, when that lights up, you know you're looking at that character, as well as the compass. That's one of the things that they added to the game, they go through in the introductory session at the beginning. And this also isn't my first game, so I apologize for that. I wanted to bring you guys every match. There's been some difficulties with the matchmaking and whatnot, and I thought I recorded the match after this, which I ended up not recording because my recording program kind of screwed up on me, and it was kind of a pain in the ass. So I'm sorry for that, because that was a damn good match. This game, however, will show you. I'll get into something a little bit later about one of the teammates that joined, because this initially started. It was 2-on-2 because their matchmaking was kind of bad last night, but that's expected. I mean, it wasn't great last time either at start. Like, when Brotherhood released, it was, I mean, we had to wait like an entire day before we could really get into some good matches. So not really surprising. I don't know if you guys heard right there, it said contested kill. That's another interesting thing that they added to this game, where if the enemy stuns you at the same time as you're going to kill them, it takes away your approach bonus. And what they did with the approach this time is you don't start at incognito, you have to build up to incognito. So even if you get incognito and you run after somebody, you still have the chance to get it back. Like, you could go to silent and then you could still kind of follow them and get incognito again. So that's really cool. As you can see there, my teammate was stunned, and it gave me the option to revive him, and it gave me an additional point score for it. So that's another really cool feature of the game. You can also taunt in this game after your kill or after you stun somebody, and it'll give you additional rewards and whatnot. And that was kind of a noob move, and I apologize to my teammate right there, because like I said in the first one, you know, for Brotherhood, you never want to You never want to run through a chase breaker with your teammates behind you, ever. And the guy on top for our team in kills. Alright, this was the second game that we ended up playing on the night, because after the introductory sessions, it throws you into an introductory match. And the way their matchmaking works in this, it just goes through a play now menu and it randomly selects a game type and throws you into that. I happened to play a manhunt match as my first one and got 5,740 points as level 1 and leveled up 3 levels. So I was level 3 going into this match. But this guy, with 10 kills on our team, after the game had only been out for, what, an hour, maybe an hour and a half, the guy on our team after this game, we noticed, because you can't see level during the match, this guy was level 43. Now, I went to the leaderboards online. There's guys that have already fucking had like well over 150 fucking matches already. How the fuck, when did you get the game that you're having matches that goddamn early? Now, another interesting thing here, like, I believe that they did away with some chain stunning. Now, I'm not sure, because right here, I should have been able to, you know, to chain stun him. And it kind of screws up a bit. My teammate has to die. I get the stun, but I think they kind of did away with it in the sense of what it was in Brotherhood. I think you can still do it, it's just more difficult now. And because of contested kills, it adds an extra element to the game, because again, you can take away somebody's approach bonus and just give them kill score, which is really cool. But you see, you have a stat tracker for every time you do something in the game, right there, and it updates you on the stars, or how many levels you've completed. Obviously 1, 2, and 3 stars, kind of like what it did in the other one. Right there you hear honorable death. That guy came from behind me, but because I saw him at the last second and hit B, it said on his screen, it said contested kill. And what that does, every time it's going to do that, it's going to give you an honorable death. So it's taking away their bonus of approaching you in incognito or whatever. And that's what's happening with that. And this is what I'm talking about. At the beginning, like I said, it was 2-on-2. So it was me, my buddy Aesthetic Puppet, and Phil Shady. And it broke us up into 2 groups, which I guess has been a lingering problem for the game. Since the beta, so it's just one of those things, I guess. But we're gonna try to fix it within ourselves, which hopefully we can. And another cool thing they added, you see that white line that's going from my guy toward my teammate there? If you're in range of your team, even if you're in different groups, it'll show you a path of who you're linked to as far as getting those team points for defense. And it doesn't say just 15 points or 20 points for you being hidden. It actually tells you if you're hiding alone, not only by representing you as a solo character, but also as representing you with a message. It just tells you, it says hiding alone or hiding with teammate. And right here I kind of lead some people on a chase to screw up their points. Boogie kept telling me, he was like, yo, come to me, and you could see I was kind of panning around, wasn't quite finding him, and just kind of having a difficult time. Like, I know the map, But I had 2 guys on my ass, and it was just a little bit difficult to focus right there. So, it is what it is. So the game ends. I get an achievement. Kind of show you guys how to get it and go through it here. Boom, boom. Those are the only achievements I have so far. I think I have 1 or 2 more now. But look at these scores. Okay, the guy ahead of me that's level 43 had not that many. How do I want to put this? He had a good score. He could have had a better score. I mean, in Brotherhood, if I had 10 kills and I didn't break 10k, like, I was fucking sorry. Because that means I had a really bad defensive round. Because if you don't get 7k just on 10 kills, you have something wrong with you. But the matchmaking, I don't know if you guys noticed at the end there. When you go into a match, afterwards it asks you to accept or not accept, it asks you to decline the rematch. And what it will do is, because they kind of broke it up into more of a team-based or free-for-all setting. So if you're in team mode, which includes manhunt, escort, artifact assault, and chest capture, it asks you at the end of each match what map you want, and it gives you a corresponding game type for that map. Kind of like what shooters sort of do now. So that kind of throws me off, and I'm going to post up a video a bit later about that. Because it happens to me, I play a manhunt match on Castle Gandolfo, and then I go, oh, Castle Gandolfo's up again, I'm going to play this, and it ended up being escort, and it kind of fucked me up. But I'll get more into that, and more into the abilities that you start with later on. This is my time. Or that is my time. This is JidMenosta saying peace, and I hope you guys enjoyed.